And we're live. Welcome to the Wednesday nights, a group of friends that get together and play role-playing games on Roll20. We live stream our adventures here on Twitch, but be sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube, where you can watch all of our previous episodes. Now let's meet everyone tonight. We have Bryce.
Hello, I will be playing Wilhelm Boberg, Bolshevik journalist.
And Laird.
Good evening, I'm Laird. I am playing Charles Stein this evening.
And still Aventus.
Hey, I'll be playing Lucky, the acrobat knife thrower.
And Keith.
Hi, I'll be playing Klaus Kirchner, a painter.
And I am GM Jeremy. So tonight we're doing a special Friday the 13th episode of Call of Cthulhu. The Call of Cthulhu role-playing game is what we'll be playing. And this is episode 4 of what I'm calling the Something Wicked campaign. And the setting is Berlin in 1920. And as a reminder, these Cthulhu episodes contain adult themes that may not be suitable for all audiences, so viewer and listener discretion is advised. So, we've got a few updates since the last game session, but first I'm going to go ahead and move us over here. So, in the last game session, you guys dealt with a lurker in the attic of an old farmhouse. And where we left off, you guys left kind of in the middle of the night, like 2 o'clock in the morning, and you headed into town and you just found a little pub and just sat down and started drinking. But
Lucky had lost it.
Yes, he did. Yeah, it was pretty freaky. So, but before we get too far into this, something that we want to do is I messaged you guys earlier. We're going to make some updates to your characters. So one of the things about playing Call of Cthulhu in Europe, and in particular in Germany, is that it's really common for people to be bilingual in Germany, unlike in the US, where it's like, what? Another language? What are you talking about? So it's much more common to be bilingual. So I gave you guys some bonus points that is going to be strictly for languages. Okay, and so you can take those. I think it was 30 percentage points I gave you guys, except for Chuck, who already had a bonus of 5, so he gets a bonus of 25. Now you can apply those to one secondary language, or you could split them up, maybe do 2 additional secondary languages, secondary, tertiary, or maybe you want to do 4. Like, it's totally up to you guys. But I want you to use those points for additional languages. Okay. And so some common ones would be English, French, Italian, Polish, Russian, Dutch, right? Were a few suggestions that I had. So if you guys want to Greek, yeah, you could do Greek. Yeah.
Latin.
Yeah, I mean,
Latin.
just think about how you would kind of justify it role-playing wise. You know, if someone was in university and studying, certainly learning Greek or Latin or ancient Greek totally fits in with the scholarly type of character, or any character who has an interest in reading and scholarly pursuits, right? But if you are writing, I don't know, communist letters, might make sense for like Polish or Russian, you know. if you're an artist who's traveling, well, it could be anything really. Russian, Dutch, English. It's totally up to you guys. But just think about how you would kind of fit it into the character. So, does anybody still need to do that?
Done.
I'm working on it. What if I wanted to add something that's not on the character sheet?
You click the plus button.
You have to turn on edit mode.
Yeah, you got to do
Right.
edit mode, and then you click the plus button to add a line underneath.
I think there's additional skills. There's like empty ones of those too.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah. But if you wanted to keep it all together, all your languages together, you could do it. Just click the plus button. All right. So Wilhelm, did you do yours?
Da.
What'd you choose?
I put 10 more in my English to bring it to 36, and I put 20 into Russian.
Excellent. Lucky, what'd you choose?
20 in Italian and a smattering of English, so 10 points in English.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I like it. So, Keith, we really need to change your bar to your character's name instead of it being K bar. Can you go into your settings in the upper right hand corner, that gear, and under display name, change it to your character's first name? Did we lose him?
I'm here.
Okay. Klaus, perfect. And then Laird as well. If you could change that to just say Chuck under your display.
Where?
So in the upper right-hand corner, you
In
click on the gear on the main screen. And then under My Settings, it says Display Name. You just change it to your character's name. It'll only apply to this game, not the other ones we're playing.
right.
I took the artist languages of French and Spanish.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that totally fits. And Chuck, what did you choose?
I beefed up English by 5 points, added 15 to German, so I'm at 20 there, and then I gave myself 5 in Latin, because I didn't really pay that close attention in school, but I did pick up a little bit of it.
Okay, a little bit of Latin. All right, cool. Okay, so let me minimize this. Okay, so we're going to pick up actually right about where we left off, because some of you guys had mentioned like wanting to go back to get something at the farmhouse, and so I didn't want
We
to.
need to go bury Lois.
Yeah, so I didn't want to jump ahead. So as far as this investigation goes, you guys. Boing.
Right.
As far as this investigation goes, you guys pretty freaked out. Went back into town, had a few drinks, got some sleep, and you're like, 'cause you guys are probably not going to go back that night. Probably wait till the next morning. And so, yeah, go ahead.
The two lover boys can go bury her if they want. I'm going to go back to my Photoshop and develop my pictures.
Okay. All right. So by your Photoshop, you mean you want to take your film to a shop here in town in the morning, or do you mean you want to head back to Berlin?
Back to the Bolshevik newspaper.
Okay. So I believe you guys took the bus, so you have to wait until about 10 o'clock for that. Actually, it was 10 o'clock leaving Berlin, so you got to wait till the afternoon for the bus to come back this way.
Okay.
Which
Well, I'm not
will-
going near that place.
We'll be back by then,
Yeah.
because we'll want to make that bus too.
Yeah.
So we want to leave a little bit early in the morning, do this during the day, get back, clean up a little bit, and then we can take the bus ride home.
Yeah. So Klaus, you just need to sit tight for a couple of minutes here.
No problem.
While a few of these guys, head back to the farmhouse.
What did we encounter a lurker, did you say? Because I'm just like filling out my character sheet a little bit more.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, a lurker. This lurking evil presence. Yeah, and so.
Was there a church in town, like a Catholic church in town?
You did not notice a Catholic church.
Okay.
Okay. So Wilhelm's not there, but Lucky and Chuck.
Yep.
You guys head back to the farmhouse in the morning. You're slightly hungover, but you guys head back that way. Looks pretty much the way you left it. The body of Red Jake is sitting outside by the doorstep. Some flies are buzzing around his body. You see a cat was like licking him or something, and it went running off when you guys approach.
Lovely.
Should we just make a pyre and burn them, or should we just bury them?
What does Chuck know of Lois's religious leanings?
Russian Orthodox.
And shit, what does he fucking know about any of their burial
Not much.
traditions?
Yeah. Not much.
I mean,
So they might have been possessed. I think we should burn them. We should just burn them. Yep. I don't want to crawl them back out of the ground.
You could do like a knowledge check to see.
yeah, let me give that a shot.
Okay.
Education or what?
Let's see here. History was kind of what I was thinking, or yeah, let's try history.
And that is under...
Should be in the middle. Should be more or less alphabetical.
There it is. Yee.
Yeah, you don't know. You have no idea. Lucky, you could give it a shot if you want, if you care about your assistant.
Oh yeah. Nope.
Yeah, he's got no idea. He's like, what? She's religious?
I think we should just burn them. Maybe we should check out the attic before we go, though. Because who knows what's up there?
I asked the ticket booth if it's possible to refund 2 tickets.
To refund him. He says, do you have 2 tickets to refund on you?
Well, I bought 3, but if they're going in the attic, I don't think they're coming back.
To which the guy looks at you confused.
The attic.
It's like, next.
Indeed, the attic.
So do we have a shovel?
And bring one. Whatever we can find here. So we're going to look and see, I guess, if there's any tools that we could use. I don't recall seeing a shovel when we were here before. There were some tools in the basement.
You found some tools in the barn, remember?
Go ahead and roll a spot hidden.
Yeah, I didn't think anybody actually got into the barn itself. Although we did just put her just inside the barn.
Okay.
I remember when you first checked it out, there was a bunch of just rusty tools in there. This was all that you found.
Yep. So, looking around, you do spot some debris near the barn. and you find an old rusty shovel there. Roll. So I'm going to say Lucky found it. And Lucky, I would like you to roll luck. Okay.
I'm pretty lucky.
I guess so at 90. My gosh.
kidding.
90, and you got a lot of high ones with the luck, with the climbing, with the knife throwing.
That's probably about it.
Yeah. Everything else is like 5.
I can jump and stuff and dodge and.
Well, you only had like 240 points, so 9 times 3.
What did he get lucky with?
Oh, I just wanted him to roll it. That's all. It's all good.
Okay, so as much as it pains me to say this, I mean, personally, I'm only really concerned with digging one hole. The missing girl should be found proper, and they can make whatever conclusions they want with this homeless guy.
Okay, so someone's gonna. So Lucky, you just start digging a hole somewhere.
I'm discussing with Chuck about burning the bodies. I think they were possessed by demons, and I don't think we should let them lie. I think we should burn them up. Maybe burn the whole house down.
It's possible. I don't know if we necessarily have anything to really get a good fire going, but we can deal with that. Let's at the very least bury Lois, because I mean,
you don't want to burn her?
No, I think she'll be fine.
I
think we accomplished our task here our task here last night, so we don't have anything to worry about in regards to them. But the girl that's missing and the hobo, if they're buried as well, there's going to be more questions, and all 3 bodies may be dug up. Whereas if they find these 2, they can draw some strange conclusions.
with just one buried?
Well, we'll bury it off to the side or in the woods somewhere close by. We're gonna have to do it right here.
Okay. You're the boss, man.
To the north of the barn, Cliff. What's up there? Are there like some woodland up there, or what's up there?
That's getting closer to the road.
Okay. And then to the south of the house. Just off
Starting
the
to get
image,
down towards open field, and you can see the neighbors.
Mm-hmm. So the only real thick patch of woodland is off to the east?
Correct.
Maybe we should just put them back in the house and then torch the house.
Okay. All right. Let's see if we can find some things that'll allow us to torch the house.
Well, Wilhelm made some tea, so there must be some sort of tinderbox or something in there.
Yeah, and I've got a lighter and all that, but I don't want to sit here and make sure wood goes up and stays burnt. You know, it'd be nice if we had something that would kind of assist with
They're rather persistent. Wilhelm, I think, had the best idea.
So we're gonna grab some of the some tarp or something from inside.
Okay.
And
We're down in the basement?
Yeah.
Okay, which door are you going in?
Well, the only door that's really open at this point, which is that back door that we saved for an escape route.
This one over here? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
All right. So, Chuck, you head inside.
Yeah, and we basically are going to have to force our way into the other room because we did block everything off.
Yep. Go ahead and roll spot hidden for me. Okay. So Lucky goes in as well.
Yep.
Lucky, go ahead and roll spot hidden for me. Yeah, if anybody was wounded, you do heal 1 hit point per day.
What about sanity?
You heal 1 hit point per day. Did Lucky roll? Oh, okay. Lucky, as you head inside. Okay, both you guys are inside. Let's move your tokens inside. You guys head inside. Chuck, you start working on tearing apart this barricade over here. Lucky, you notice some strange, really, really dark marks over here.
In the center of the circle?
Yep.
I'll go investigate it. I'll kneel down and look at the marks on the floor.
Okay, so on the floor here, there's some dust and debris from everything that was happening the night before, and you swipe that aside as you notice these really dark marks on the ground, and you see something in the shape more or less like this. And it looks like it's been burned into the wood in the center of that.
And this is
The
something
ghoul's
that
black mark.
we didn't draw on there, right? Because we were drawing all kinds of symbols.
That's correct. You were drawing all kinds of different stuff, but that was not part of your symbol.
Hey, Chuck! Well, what's this, man?
What are you talking about?
Come here and look. Look what that thing left. Is there papers on the desk and stuff like that? Can I take a piece of charcoal from the fireplace and then like
Sketch it?
sketch it out or trace it or something?
Yeah.
Chuck's got a notebook. He can do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
He's got a leather-bound notebook. He can just sketch that. He's going to pull that out anyway when he saw this.
Okay.
And we hear that. Well, I certainly don't know what to make of that. I think that's a mystery for another day.
Okay.
So we'll continue on, get down in the basement, get those materials we need.
All right. So yeah, you go down into the basement. Go ahead and roll a spot hidden down there.
We're down here.
Okay. Yeah, Lucky, you were able to find some. You're able to find like an old kerosene lamp that you can use to help start a big fire.
Okay. Do you think we should go check out the attic? I think we should take a look up there before we leave.
What do you think we're going to find?
I don't know. I think we should take a look up there though. Hold on, I can go up there. I'll go and jump onto the table and then throw the door open and jump up.
Chuck, Oh, he was going to hold the ladder, but he's also going to be ready to grab him and pull him back in case any hint of, reruns go on here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so all you see is a bunch of junk. You got the trap door and then just, junk, debris, rotten furniture.
Is that a trunk over at this side, or is that just a shelf, or is that just debris?
That's just like a shelf with nothing on it. Go ahead and roll spot hidden for me. Yep. You're not seeing anything unusual up in this area at all.
I think it's clear. You might take a look up here, so we don't miss anything. But it just seems like a bunch of garbage. I'll jump down.
After a deep sigh, Chuck will pull himself up in
Okay.
to have a look. Can't say his curiosity isn't piqued enough that he wants to see.
Yeah, go ahead and roll spot hidden.
Yeah, he's kind of curious to see if there are any additional symbols up here or anything like that. Damn, man, what is going on with these spot hidden rolls?
Yeah. You concur. You're like, there's a bunch of junk up here.
Fear wins the day. All right, let's get the bodies in here and start the fire.
All right. You drag in the body of Red Jake and Lois.
Set them on some timbers or something like that. Some debris.
Okay.
The flammable stuff, couches and wood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you know any prayers or anything like that to say?
Only the ones I heard at church when I was growing up. And before they light it, Chuck will recite one of them that he can remember. It's probably a mix of a couple.
Okay. Yeah, makes you feel a little bit better.
They'll get the place lit up and get out.
Danny boy.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys, start the fire. You stand outside for a bit to make sure it really takes off. It does. And you start to look around as you're seeing the smoke, and you're thinking it's probably not a good idea to hang out here and watch while this place burns down.
Nope.
No, let's get going. Maybe we should cut through the woods.
Not entirely sure there's a good path that way. Let's just hit the road and head back. Are there any streams or rivers on the way home?
Sure. Yeah, you can find a small creek.
Because I would just like to make sure that we don't smell abundantly like kerosene or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Walk down the stream a bit. So if there's, I don't know why they would have dogs to investigate, but anyway.
And then once we get back to the rooms we've rented, we can get really cleaned up there and be ready for the bus.
Okay. So yeah, you guys head back. Wilhelm, you're surprised to see them.
I quickly buy two tickets again when I see them in the distance.
When we're kind of separate from other people, Chuck's gonna open his journal and show it to Wilhelm. And then just quietly say to him, this was underneath the symbols we drew.
Sigur's mark. It's Sigur's mark.
Who? What?
It's Sigur's mark.
Cool.
Why would that be there?
Did not the ghouls say something about a mark that was chasing them away? Something bigger must be coming. Perhaps we should map where these marks appear.
Yeah. Perhaps. Are we assuming that there was one of these symbols our first vacation?
Yeah, I'm pulling up our notes here 'cause I threw those away.
Wilhelm is correct. That
remember the
the
guy's
ghoul
name.
had mentioned that it was time for them to leave, for all the ghouls to leave that
Yeah,
space.
Douglas. Douglas the ghoul.
Yep.
Yep, that they were all leaving. A dark mark appeared. The ghouls are closing the entrance forever in fear of this black mark. They feared it, so we should doubly fear it.
Is this the mark?
It's black and it's a mark. It's good enough for me. That's why I didn't want to go back.
We opted for cremation, if you wanted to know.
So you guys grab some food at a cafe. You don't eat very much. Kind of sick to your stomachs. The bus shows up. Take it back to Berlin. Here's just a map of Berlin. I believe it's going to take about a couple hours to get back there.
Was Lois staying at the circus, or did she have a place somewhere else?
She had a small apartment.
Chuck ponders on whether he should make things disappear or just leave them. Probably just leave them, because I imagine
Discuss.
abandoned apartments is fairly common. Although, yeah, he will mention to Charles. I'm sorry, he will mention to Lucky. Lois had an apartment. I'm probably just gonna leave it alone, but if you feel there's anything needed, or you should make her disappear from there,
No.
I can let you know where it is.
I just don't want to talk to anybody about this. Nope.
Fair enough.
Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah,
So
what's
there-
on your agenda, Wilhelm?
Yeah, Wilhelm has a couple things he wants to do. He wants to head back to the shop and develop the pictures, and file them away with the others he took on the last outing. He wants to also look up or mark on a map or keep a journal of where these black marks were. So mark the one where the ghoul's place was, where he lived, and then this one that they say showed up, just to kind of keep a track.
Okay.
Then I want to do some more research on the Mu civilization and the sarcophagus, and like where it might have gone, like been involved in, where these other pieces that used to be in it, where they may have gone, like if there's any more left. And as well as there was one more thing. Oh, well, not as important.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
So maybe we'll go-
And also look in the news for any other black marks, like any odd graffiti or bad event where it was mentioned there was a black mark, or some satanic cult killed someone, or some cows died and there's a satanic mark or something, which is probably how they would describe it. But look for anything else in the area from other newspapers and my own contacts of anything like that.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, so you
Sorry.
want to do some research. What is Lucky gonna do?
Lucky's gonna go. The painter knew the professor, right? Wasn't he involved with the people that we had met?
Yeah, you'd all met him. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go try to find the Klaus, and then tell him about the crazy crap that went on and
Okay.
everything like that.
You find Klaus at his apartment.
I've been painting this whole time. I got like 4 naked girls laying around.
You hear a knock on the door. You open it up. You see Lucky there. You guys, your eyes meet. He starts to tear up a little.
He was doing something at that college, sex college. We knew it. We called it.
Yeah.
No, German expressionism is about painting the figure and in its natural form. And so I'm rather well-to-do or middle class.
Is that what
He wasn't just at the university; he teaches there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's the line he drops on the ladies.
Modeling? Want to model? Here's my producer card. Lucky, are you okay? Do you need so Lucky? Do you need some coffee or tea?
Maybe some whiskey.
Yeah, I'll go grab him some bottles.
This is
Come
Berlin.
Come in.
They got harder stuff than that here.
Yeah, we got the Green Fairy. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab him some cocoa leaves, absinthe, opium.
All in your medicine cabinet.
Valium.
Yeah, with laudanum, right? Is it laudanum?
Laudanum.
Alcohol and opium. So yeah, I get it all out of my medicine cabinet.
Mm-hmm. Mix him a cocktail.
Yeah, is he looking really shaken?
I don't know. Lucky? Are you looking pretty shaken?
Lucky's pretty shaken. I mean, his performing partner just got murdered by some evil entity and then came back to life and was scratching on the windows. And
oh my God, Lewis is dead.
And there's this demon thing, and we kept it in a circle. And I'll relate the story after the girls go. After we,
excuse them.
Yep.
We'll call you.
Take a picture. No, I'm not there.
Oh my Lord. I knew there were things out there. I just knew it. But for you to actually experience it, oh my God.
So does Klaus have any psychology?
Let me see. Where's my character go?
Because can't we regain like sanity?
He does have psychology 50. But it's no psychoanalysis. There's 2 of them. I'm not sure which one does what.
Mr. Keeper, does that work?
So, you can give it a shot if you want to set up some appointments with Klaus on a regular basis. And he can, he could start his first session right now and do a little psychology roll for you to see if it helps you at all.
Okay, I'll roll my psychology. Talk you through it.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, let's go over here to our sanity recovery. I think it's page 164. Treatment and recovery.
I'm down by 10%.
Oh, I know you are. I know. Okay.
Maybe Klaus will
You-
incorporate.
You spend a little bit of time. You spend a little bit of time with Klaus, and you feel a little bit better. You get one sanity point back.
Nice.
And so Chuck, what did you want to do once that you came back?
After a binge, he's going to buy a really nice black suit, and he's going to hunt down someone named Hitler. Sorry, I might be a little too meta. I'm not entirely sure about Chuck. I mean, he is going to want to be alone for a while. And there's probably going to be a little bit of drinking involved there.
Okay.
But I don't think he would give himself more than a day of that. After that, he'd see himself in the mirror and be like, "You fucking fool," and then clean up and go out to a cafe or something, get something to eat.
Excellent. Okay.
I'll encourage him. I'll get some food ordered or whatever, and make sure that Lucky's okay and give him a place to stay tonight.
Okay.
She shouldn't.
So we're going to jump ahead a little bit here, but before we do, Wilhelm, tell him. Oh, yeah, that's right. Tell him about the tentacles. Yeah. Yep. There you go. What I want Wilhelm to do is, you mentioned a couple of things you wanted to research. So, what's the first one? And go ahead and do a library use roll.
Okay, sorry, I was catching my backstory up.
Beat that 5%.
No, I got okay libraries. Okay.
But what's the first thing you're going to research?
Right, sorry, I'm having technical issues.
Yeah. No worries.
First thing, okay, so put my pictures away. I'm gonna research the sarcophagus more, both the Mu writings, to decipher them if we haven't fully already, as well as just the civilization in general, and
Okay,
then the
so let's
sarcophagus
start with that
and
one.
the little pieces of amber. Okay, sorry.
So we'll start with that one. And you already tried researching some of this stuff at the university that Lois took you to.
Now I'm
So-
spending a little more time, taking my time, really
Yep,
following.
probably a
through with
different
everything.
university is probably what
Sure.
we'll do. Is,
More resources.
okay. So you're still not able to find anything about any sort of Mu society or culture or anything like that. So no luck in that department. What was the other one?
The sarcophagus and the pieces of amber or amethyst, I forget what it was, that was in it. Try and kind of like follow its tail and see where there might be more or if it was used.
You're not able to find any information relating to any other sarcophagus like this with these strange markings in them. Let's see here.
Yes, the possession of Nafru-Ka.
You do find more information kind of backing that up.
Back in the Third Dynasty, contained Jin, was eventually taken by Parkinby Andersons, a British noble, and then it was stolen back in 1871, and it has been missing since.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely keep it secret that I have it. Or we have it, I should say. Okay, so nothing more as far as tracing that back.
Nothing more, but you do find information kind of backing up what you had discovered before.
Okay, solidifies that. And then the last thing was the black marks, trying to find any more like occurrences of strangeness,
Okay.
evil strangeness in the area, and specifically that mention any sort of black mark.
Go ahead and give me another library use roll. what you're able to find just leads to a dead end. Like you spend days working on this, and it's just so frustrating. Because you start to think, oh, this is it, and then it leads just nowhere. And so you continue doing that kind of research. Lucky and Klaus spend some time together. Chuck spends some time rediscovering himself, I guess.
Mourning and rediscovering, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take a bio break really quick. And when we come back, we are going to fast forward a little bit in time to 1 year forward. So yeah. All right. So I will be back in just a couple of minutes.
Should we all aim here then? Did I get my hit point back? Is a year enough of healing?
Probably.
Yeah.
One a day.
I think sanity is probably good.
Do you get sanity back over a year?
Oh yeah. I think Cliff was saying you get a point a day.
I think no. You have to go to psychology sessions, stuff like that. I think for sanity. For health, you're 1 day.
Maybe you have to do that if you go insane. Because I've been able to recover sanity just fine, apparently.
Bro.
But unlike you,
insanity.
unlike Lucky, Chuck hasn't actually gone insane yet.
Yeah, I did the Blair Witch last time and just stuck my head in the corner and refused to look.
That was probably a smart thing. Although you didn't get a picture
I was in
of
charge of the
that.
chanting. I couldn't be distracted, so. So cool. I rewatched that. That was really fun.
I need to listen to that episode. I read the summary.
Yeah, it was good to watch again. Because we're awesome.
Wednesday night's awesome.
We're awesome any night of the week.
We're so awesome. The Wednesday nights are cool on Tuesday.
And Sunday.
Okay, I'm back.
And
Welcome back.
Thank you. We were going down a dark path.
By the way, happy Friday the 13th to everyone out there.
Yes. Happy horror day.
Okay. So like I said,
before you narrate the next year,
I'm not going to narrate
did I
next.
get my hit point over that year?
So-
Was that enough resting? Hit
So-
point?
We're going to fast forward. Yeah, yes, you will. Just give me 1 second. So that was in November of 1920 when you went out to the farmhouse. Now we're going to fast forward to about a year and a half into the future. You guys have been living your lives. Your hit points are healed. You just needed to... You need to rest someplace where you're comfortable, right? So someplace like home or a hospital, and you get 1 hit point back a day. So definitely by this time, you would have healed. Sanity, again, you need to be someplace comfortable, and no stressors, relaxing, right? And you all get your sanity restored back to full. And Lucky, it definitely helped being able to talk to your friend Klaus. Has definitely helped you. However, Lucky, you've still got your little side effect going on.
Yeah, it's in my backstory.
Yeah, it's gotta be more than just the backstory. It's gotta come
Do
up.
we age a year? Do we also age a year?
Yes.
I assume.
Yep. So, let me
One
scroll
evening
this
out of
way.
that year, the group of us had gone out to celebrate Charles' 30th birthday.
Yeah, right on. So let's see, November. Let's see, might even be more than that. November to, because we're going to jump forward to June 1922. So, you guys celebrated some birthdays, celebrated some successful gallery showings of Klaus. You also took him out drinking on the not so successful ones. And basically, it's been fairly quiet, you know. Don't really talk too much about the events that night. Yeah. Okay. And then
You said July of
June.
22? June.
June.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Chuck, it's the one that got away.
The one that was taken away.
And so on this day in June 1922, you guys are meeting again for lunch at a cafe. And in this time in Germany, like, cafes are like the thing. You know, meeting for lunch, grabbing a paper, buying a coffee, and chatting for a couple of hours is kind of like what the cool people do. Okay? And so you guys all agree to meet at this cafe. It's the lunch hour. And you're at the Romanisches Cafe, enjoying the fine summer weather. And it's just been a little while since you guys have seen each other. And so you're just slowly gathering, and everyone has arrived, and you're all happy to see each other. There's a warm breeze coming through the cafe. You hear people talking, hear people laughing. The sidewalks are full of the usual mix of shoppers and tourists. Everyone go ahead and roll a spot hidden for me. Yeah, so you guys spot a fashionable mother-daughter pair of prostitutes in this particular cafe. And you make a mental note that they are not far from their home stomping grounds across the street. They must be testing the waters of the noontime crowd for potential customers. And inside the cafe, is the usual mix of artists and intellectuals. So definitely, you guys feel at home hanging out with this crowd.
Yeah, free love.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, there's a price tag to that kind of love, but I think we're a little ahead of our time talking about free love.
So the view across the center of the square, across the street, it's hardly obscured by bustling cars and buses whizzing through traffic. You can see the spire of the Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial Church, a truly grand edifice even to the non-religious. Beyond the church, on the far side of the square, sits the Heaven and Hell Club. not due to open for several more hours. As well as the all-marble facade of the Marmor House Movie Palace, where you guys all met.
With Caligari.
That's right. Yeah. And, Lucky even mentions, hey, there's the theater where we saw Caligari. Some newspaper vendors are making their way around the square, shouting at the day's headline. Infamous cannibal murderer cheated justice, hangs himself in the jail cell. Pick up a paper. Little paper boy stops you guys. Paper,
Toss
sir.
him a nickel. Grab one.
Yeah. You give him some change. Pick up a paper. Let me...
Does it have a gruesome picture? Wilhelm?
Is it Wilhelm's paper?
Yeah, there's your paper. It's not Wilhelm's paper, no. I think Wilhelm does a little bit more underground kind of stuff. And,
More pamphlet kind of work.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So, as you guys know, having lived in Berlin through 1921, there was this sensational Grossman case. The events of which are kind of summarized here in this little paper here, and I'll see if I can read some of this for the people. The headline says, Carl Grossman found dead in his cell. Who among our readers will not shudder at the memory of the infamous and outrageous acts of the beast of the Silesian station, Carl Grossman? Arrested 10 months ago in his flat at Lang Strake 8889, the fiend was found with the body of a murdered woman, a destitute thing lured into the spider's lair with promises of cash and food. Instead, she met her death, but not before her screams and thrashing attracted the notice of the building's neighbors. Police found the poor creature in Grossman's kitchen, stripped naked and trussed up like a hog for butchering. Indeed, Inspector Krieg of the criminal police noted extensive apparatuses for meat processing and sausage making in Grossman's apartment. The devil Carl claimed that this was merely owing to his career as a butcher, but persistent rumors claim otherwise. His neighbors recall that during the starving days of 1917 to 1918, Grossman seemed to do quite well for himself, selling homemade sausages at the Silesian station. At the time...
Yeah, the Grossman sausages were famous. I had many myself.
They were tasty. And at the time, there was much speculation as to where he procured his meat. But nowadays... most shudder to contemplate the question.
Walls open like...
That explains the toenail.
All right. Inspector Krieg found evidence in the form of bloodstains sufficient for the courts to charge Grossman with 2 other lust murders. And the perverted criminal, who spent 14 years in jail prior to the war on charges of illicit activities with children, went on trial 4 days ago. Today, the judge was expected to announce a guilty verdict in the matter of 3 murders committed at Grossman's hands. But the reprobate was found hanging from his bedsheet inside his jail cell this very morning.
Escaped justice.
He did, just as the newspaper kids were shouting. So yeah, this was big news in 1921, and you were all aware of it. It was hard to stay away from it. I mean, it was just kind of everywhere. This guy, the murders and his history, and yeah, pretty gross. And so, yeah, Wilhelm, you're reading this. It's like, oh. Shouldn't have made those sausages.
Yeah. Well, that ends that, except for maybe your digestive tracts.
So that was a
Excuse me, I
number
need
of
to
years
use the restroom.
years ago.
What's that?
It was a number of years ago, though, right? That he made the sausages.
1718, the end of the war, when everyone was starving. So
Yep.
4 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that was several years ago. Correct. And so, you guys are hanging out, reading the newspaper. Wilhelm's just like, ooh. Shares this news with everyone. Go ahead.
Wilhelm, he's a cannibal. Nobody else laughed.
We should create a musical.
Chuck's actually grinning a little bit, but there's a certain seriousness in his eyes about it.
Oh, yeah.
Has he gotten over Lois yet?
As far as you can tell,
Say her
he's
name.
he's dated several women since then. Nothing steady.
Has Lucky found a new partner?
I would imagine so, because it's like part of his act. It's so.
Yep, and she's terrible. She's dumb as a bat.
Well, she just has to stay there and not yelp out if I stab her with a knife.
Yeah, she squeaks every time the knife hits the board.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yep. You're just like, I miss Lois. As you sip your coffee and read your papers, the air of bohemian comfort is disturbed by the arrival of a dozen men and adolescent boys. They're smartly dressed in custom dark gray military-style uniforms. Some bear military medals on their breast. Everyone go ahead and roll spot hidden for me. Okay. So a few of you notice that some of these guys also have a few scars from the war as well, like an eye patch or pock-marked mustard gas scars. All of them wear... Go ahead. Someone say something.
Sorry, hit my button.
All wear large pewter badge pinned to their left sleeve, depicting a Viking longship.
What do you make of those guys? Hey, Wilhelm, do you know what these people are? Maybe Chuck. Chuck,
I
do you
offer them
know?
around. I offer to buy them around in honor of their service for the fatherland.
Mm.
Does Chuck recognize that badge?
As you start to open your mouth to invite them over, you hear some hisses and jeers erupting here and there from the patrons at the cafe. The eldest of the uniformed men, he's got this kind of a heavier set guy with a mustache. He has a riding whip tucked under one arm. He looks around as people jeer at him, and he merely salutes courteously. And then some of the youth begin singing a jaunty tune to the melody of the song, "Let Us Be Glad and Cheerful." But the happy melody, belies the shocking lyrical content, which, as you listen, predicts the imminent return of the Kaiser and calls for violence against Chancellor Joseph Worth and Foreign Minister Walter Rathner. The song
Screw that. Throw a drink on him.
Yeah, the song concludes with the sickening couplet. Knock off Walter Rathnew, the god-forsaken Jewish sow. As they sing, the young men move among the cafe patrons sitting in the terrace, powering through as if they were still on the promenade, intentionally bumping tables and sending flower vases toppling and drinks sloshing out of cups. One of the men whose handsome features are spoiled by this undisguised sneer, stops at the table where you're sitting. He reaches into his pocket. He draws out a piece of chalk. And he draws a symbol on your table. It is a swastika.
Now I toss my drink in his face and punch him.
Oh, he shakes his face. He puffs out his chest. He gestures for you to stand up.
What are you doing?
I oblige, and I throw another.
What are you doing, Wilhelm?
All right.
Stop it!
He's gonna
men-
try to brawl
Stop
with
it,
you. Ooh, good one. All right. Let me grab his
Oh, these
character
foreign
sheet.
enemies. I hate the Kaiser. It's even in my backstory.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me find his.
We might have to pull Wilhelm out of here, guys.
Well, I'm hoping my American friend's going to back me up.
Oh, look at that. You both got a
He
regular
stood where you
success.
did.
And so, yeah, you guys start brawling, but it's an even tie, right? As
You can't hit my friend like that. And I'll like jump into the scuff too.
I stand up.
Yeah, I mean
"Whoa!"
there was more than one older person and then a bunch of kids, right? So
yes, like
there were.
by kids, it's like teenagers.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, when Wilhelm goes for his swing, Charles is going to follow that up with one of the other guys.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and do a brawl roll for me.
Stand up and try to calm people down.
No,
Okay.
I'll start scrapping too, or I will try.
And how is Klaus going to try to calm everybody down?
Charm them. Let's see, do I get to choose? I have charm. Let's see. What would be persuade, I guess? Would that be the persuade
Yeah,
to
go
stop
for
fighting?
it. Yeah, you tell me. You gonna try to persuade them?
Charm them.
I mean, if you're Wilhelm, you'll try to intimidate them to calm down, but
I'm going to try to charm them.
okay.
Yeah, that's what Wilhelm's doing right now.
Yeah, you try. You're like, everybody just calm down. We can be friends. Yeah, no one's listening, and everyone is rumbling here. And oh yeah, so it looks like Chuck, you punch one of these guys pretty good, and Lucky got an extreme success to that success. So yeah, you punch that. Yeah, you guys both get a couple of really good hits in, and the crowd starts kind of, cheering you guys on as you guys fall into these their attempts to provoke you.
They're just being assholes.
Tables start getting overturned, right? And you can see like more of these guys are just kind of running in and causing even more trouble.
There were more of them outside.
No, there's a lot of these guys. And
I
so
disengage and
they were just kind of walking through the cafe, bumping into the tables, being jerks, trying to provoke. And then you guys we start wrestling with these guys and punching at them. And then some more guys start running this way towards you. They're flipping tables over. Women are screaming, as they go running by. The guys are like, yeah, punch him, get him. Cheering you guys on. Let's see here. Let me look at initiative.
Klaus stealth out of here.
Yeah, you try to sneak out. Okay, let's do initiative first here. Let me find my initiative on this character sheet.
So we just hit the turn tracker. Is that right?
Oh wait, you guys don't have tokens. Hang on. Where do I have tokens? It's all right. Don't worry about it. So you guys let's just do some more punches. You guys roll your punches and I'll do mine. So we'll go with Wilhelm first.
as more run in, I'm gonna try and disengage as well and go out the back.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you go to slip away. Yeah. You push one away and with your elbow and slip away. Okay.
I'm sneaking towards the back.
Okay.
Or not.
Yeah, you're trying, but yeah. They see you, but that's okay. You just dash for the back, trying to get out of there.
Oh man, I take a hit.
As Charles sees Wilhelm disengage, he'll take that blow and give that last guy a good knock, and he's going to step back, and one of the guys who's kind of jeering him on, he's going to sort of like swap places with the guy and give him a little shove, so maybe he topples on top of the guy that Chuck just decked.
Okay.
And then he'll slip out as well.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they're swinging. You're swinging. Not sure why that's doing that, but I'm going to edit mode real quick. There we go. Oops.
Stream damage.
Yeah, that's what it should be, is a 3. So he hits Lucky. Lucky, you get knocked right on the shoulder by one of these guys. You're going to take 3 damage. Everyone roll spot hidden for me. Okay. So Chuck and Klaus. Ooh, I'm going to give it to Klaus. Klaus got the hard success. Klaus, as you were slipping away from this rumble at the cafe, you notice a pinch-faced man in a finely tailored suit standing on the other side of the square, watching the tussle avidly. He notices that you notice him, and then he quickly disappears into the gathering crowd. As you guys are moving to get away, and you're punching and hurting these guys, and they're hurting you, the guy with the mustache, with the riding crop, he wades into almost to the middle here in front of his guys, and he starts shouting for calm and order, and then you guys can hear police whistles off in the distance. And then the confrontation ends very quickly, almost as quickly as it began.
Lucky is going to get out of dodge, so he's going to jump up on the awning or whatever and climb up over on top of the roof.
Through the kitchen, out the back, long gone.
Yeah.
And Chuck's following that lead also.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, so you guys head out of there. You're just like, ugh. Don't need trouble like that. But Lucky's kind of hurt.
Nope.
I tell them about this guy that was watching the violence and seems somehow involved, and I'd like to draw him.
Yeah, why did they draw that symbol, that crazy symbol on our table? Why did they do that?
Isn't that a Buddhist symbol or something?
Ah,
Are
actually,
they-
yeah, this symbol. Let's talk about that. Go ahead and give me a. That won't be too hard for you guys. Give me an occult roll.
Everyone?
Yeah.
I don't think I have it.
Okay.
Oh, I do.
Okay. Okay. So all you
Plus.
know, all you guys know about that swastika symbol. You know that the name is derived from some old Sanskrit. It's supposed to mean good fortune. It's something like 10 or 20,000 years old, and it's represented in cultures across the globe, from Europe to Asia, even to the New World.
Anything moo related?
No, nothing Moo related.
Who were those
Wilhelm,
guys who looked like assholes?
Yeah, who were they, Wilhelm?
Brown coat.
That was funny. Okay, let's see. Who would know about these guys?
Trust them. Oh, I would. They hate the Soviets, the communists. I mean, we hate each other. Our ideologies are exactly opposite.
Yeah,
You
go
mean
ahead
they're-
and give me, Wilhelm, go ahead and give me a. Let's see how much you know about this guy. Give me a history check. Okay. So you've heard about these guys, talking with some other people in your circle. These guys are going by Olympia Sports Association, or Sportverian Olympia. So it's this group that calls themselves the Olympia Sports Association. And as you guess, they're like bullies, instigators, and one of these guys. Give me one more history check, Wilhelm. Everyone give me a history check.
You see the weakness.
Yeah. We have 90 in luck and climbing, but library use and history,
Education.
forget it.
What do you think a circus kid is gonna know?
I'm a
Though?
librarian.
Yeah.
Give me a Yeti or a Tarask. We're ready to go.
The guy, the guy with the mustache. You're like, I think I've seen him in the paper, but you can't remember what it was. You're like, saw something about him, and that's all you know about these guys. That they're part of this association, the Olympia Sports Association. They're instigators. They cause trouble. They sing obnoxious songs. Try to get people riled up. And the guy with the whip looked familiar to you guys, but you can't place it. Maybe something to do in the news.
I'd like to draw that the pinched faced man that I saw.
Okay.
See if anyone's seen him.
Okay, so you're gonna take some time, do some.
Paint him.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you can sketch him. That's fine. Where are you guys going? You're just walking through the streets. It's kind of hard to.
We can go back to my apartment. We can drink some opium.
Yeah, walk a bit to let the adrenaline calm,
Uh-huh.
and then, yeah, a drink would probably be all right.
Okay. He draws a picture of a pinch-faced man.
Has any of you seen this
Do
man?
we recognize him at all?
You guys have never seen him before.
First time I've seen him is right there.
I do not see a man, I just see a bird.
Dude, that was a hard success. I think you see a man.
Hang on one second here.
Yeah, but he's like one of those abstract painter guys, isn't he?
Traditionally trained.
Yeah, I think he's a good enough artist. He could probably do a good image. It looks like one of those caricatures at the beach.
Yeah, so you guys have some more drinks. You catch up a little bit. Yeah, Lucky's hurt. Not so lucky.
Oh, yeah. That's right. He has a big bruised shoulder or something.
He does. Cracked him pretty good.
Damn,
Oh, that
so,
was so
close
close.
to a ridiculous roll.
Wow, that was close.
That's the best I can do for you. Just take it easy with that shoulder.
That was close too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get him some ice. Put on that shoulder. It's like, your left shoulder's just hurting really bad. Something got
It's
cracked.
funny though. My first aid is definitely better than medicine.
You guys are just like in a line, like, oh, here, let me check the.
You're like, here, let me try.
Oh,
He's
wait,
like,
I can do something.
Yep.
wait.
Here, let me take a look at that shoulder. Oh, god damn it, guys, let go.
We do like a re-roll. Promise to get like a.
Lose another hit point or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah. His arms, you can't use it again for the rest of his life.
Entertainment's pretty Spartan. We got to take it where we get it.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys try. But the best you can do is give him some ice to get the swelling down.
I try and recall where I've seen this troublemaker of the Olympian Sports Association, the OSA. Why he looks so familiar. That's kind of nagging at me because I don't like these people, and now they got under my skin.
Yeah, you'd probably have to ask some people around, at the office.
Or hit a library and look up old newspapers. I think I saw him in the newspaper.
Yeah,
Both.
yeah. He could go to the newspaper headquarters, right, and do research there, or the library. One.
Yeah.
Do you think they targeted
Newspaper.
the
I look at a
cafe
few
on
indexes.
purpose?
What was that, Lucky?
Did they target the cafe on purpose?
Are you asking me, or are you asking everyone else?
Everybody else.
Well, I don't know much about the organization, but I'm assuming they were targeting the people there, being
Interesting.
rabble rousers.
Or maybe us because they drew the symbol on our table.
Maybe we should join. Maybe they were trying to recruit.
They probably knew we would throw a punch.
If Klaus is near me when he says that, I'm going to smack him on the back of the head with my open palm.
Ow! Z might have some good ideas.
The phone rings.
Oh, hey. I'll pick it up.
It's the it's the front desk of your apartment building. Mr. Klaus, we just received a message for you. Do you want us to bring it up?
Of course.
Very good. They hang up. A little messenger boy, a few moments later, is knocking on your door.
I'll let him in.
He doesn't come in, but he hands you a memo.
I'll read it.
Okay. He has his hand out.
I shall tip him.
All right, and then he leaves.
12 cents.
All right, so there's the little note there. Prince Gabriel Konstantinovich desires the pleasure of your company tonight at 8 p.m. to discuss a matter of extreme delicacy. Room 415, Eden Hotel, Kurfürstenturm, 246-247.
I shall show the other guys. He probably wants me to satisfy his wife. It's happened before.
I suppose a roll of the eyes would accompany taking the note and reading it, and then handing it over to Wilhelm.
I meant paint his wife.
Looks like we have dinner plans tonight.
Yeah, it looks like you got us some notice there, Wilhelm.
Everyone give me a credit rating roll. Nice.
Oops. I was going to hit the bubble, but it doesn't have a bubble.
All right, so everyone except for Klaus knows that the Eden Hotel, so the bar at the Eden Hotel, or Eden's Bar, is a well-known gathering place for socialites, dilettantes, artists, and writers on the city's west side. And Wilhelm.
Everybody
And
knows except for
Klaus, not the artist.
I know. And then Wilhelm, give me a no roll. K-N-O-W. Okay, that was credit rating. Do you have the K-N-O-W no skill? Wilhelm?
I am sorry.
I don't think I saw it.
What?
I don't have a no skill.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing one on me either.
Okay. How
Just
about history? Give me history.
No.
No. Okay.
We shall go tonight.
That's a pretty swing place, isn't it?
Yep, quite popular with artists and other dilettantes.
I've never heard of it. I'm not sure why. I've never been invited. Are you sure, you guys? Like, I'm always on the east side.
I was there.
All in between.
I was there at a party that I went with. He just kind of trails off, and yeah, it's quite the scene.
When you were in the military, it's a military place? I'm confused.
No, after the war.
Your old army buddies drink there?
It's not a military place. A lot of those in the in crowd are there.
Oh, I would have heard of it if that's the case, for sure.
I'm surprised you haven't.
Well, I'm so busy and so famous that you can't make everything, I guess.
Quite true.
All right.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to head back to my place and start getting ready.
Yeah, we'll head there tonight.
Okay, are you going to pick me up?
Do I have a car? I think
Yeah,
I
you
do.
said you had a car.
That's
I
right.
guess it's as good as any for the weekly bath and shave.
The weekly?
Okay. Yep. That's awesome.
Does he smell bad?
He smells
I
like a
guess how-
bohemian.
Bad cheese.
couple sausages.
Okay. So you guys head out. You agree that Klaus is going to pick you guys up and drive you guys to the Eden, and you guys head back to your own apartments, get cleaned up, etc. And then as it gets closer to 8 o'clock, you guys start heading that way. It is nearly the summer solstice, and so it is still light out when you arrive at the hotel for your 8 p.m. appointment. Crossing the elegant high-ceilinged lobby, the sound of laughter and conversation already drifts out of the hotel's cafe, and its American bar und Grill. Russian is spoken here nearly as much as German. Yeah, they're just telling jokes. Yeah, I mean, they're just telling jokes and stuff. You know enough Russian to get kind of the gist of it. People are just talking about how great the weather is and telling jokes, things like that. And so where do you guys go first? Or where do you go next, I should say?
I suppose a place to start would be the bar, unless there's maitre d', and then we can announce ourselves.
Well,
We're looking for the prince, right?
yeah, you have a dinner invite with an appointed time and appointed place.
I head to the
Yeah, I'll just go to the.
hotel concierge.
Yeah, I'll just head to the dinner.
Okay.
The Kurfürstendamm 246247 mean?
I think that's the neighborhood.
The address.
Yeah, that's the location, right? So, room 415 in the Eden Hotel, which is located in Kurfürstendamm 246247. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably the street. Okay. So you guys go up to the counter. They gesture towards the elevators. And they tell you 4th floor.
I don't know.
Okay.
Go on up.
I was just checking that you're safe. There were actually elevators in 1920.
Yeah.
You may have known that. I didn't. I wasn't entirely sure. Looks like they were invented in 1880.
All right. So you guys head on up.
Knock on the door.
Okay.
And throw it open.
You guys knock on the door. It opens up. This guy steps out. It looks almost like a chauffeur. He looks at you guys, pulls out his little stopwatch, or not a stopwatch, but a pocket watch, puts it away. Looks at each of you guys, making eye contact. He says,
Guten Tag.
He says something in Russian. Who speaks Russian?
Wilhelm.
You hear him say, "Would you?" No, it's okay. It's only if you're trying to understand something, like what the hell's that word, in Russian or whatever. So you speak enough Russian that he's asking if you want a cigar.
Da.
He opens up his, he pulls out cigars, hands one to Wilhelm. And then he asks you if you'd like a drink from the bar.
Also in Russian.
Yep.
He's asking us if we want to go to the bar.
And then he opens the door for you guys to come in.
A drink would be nice.
Is this the guy that we're supposed to meet?
This is his greeter.
So he comes in. He says in Russian, he gestures for the couches. He pours some whiskey. No. Vodka.
Thank you.
Pours some vodka. Hands it to Wilhelm.
Okay.
He asks again in Russian if anybody else want a drink.
Another.
Of course.
Chuck nods yes.
Yeah, Lucky will raise his hand.
Pours drinks, hands them out.
Will the Prince Konstantinovich be joining us soon?
So, as you guys are kind of looking
So-
around the room real quick, this guy's he's a dour fellow. But this area, he opens up for you guys to enter into. It's pretty nice, actually. It's, it's a fairly decent large suite. And so Wilhelm, as you start to, I assume Chuck is going to come in here. I assume Klaus is going to come in here. Yes?
Yes.
Klaus is entering the room too. Okay. And then Wilhelm, you had a question for him?
I was asking if the Prince Konstantinovich will be joining us soon.
As you ask that question, this door over here
Sorry.
opens.
I stand.
And this guy comes out.
I stand.
This guy is in the full dress uniform of a Tsarist Russian cavalry officer. And as he walks through the door, he is just buttoning the top button of his jacket. The chauffeur-dressed guy over here immediately stands at attention and salutes as he comes into the room. And the officer just waves the gesture off. He comes over and he makes himself a drink.
Russian officer, I take it?
Yes, he looks like dressed as a Russian Tsarist officer. Tsarist Russian cavalry officer.
I kind of hold my drink out towards him and give a slight nod and say, "Good evening, Prince Konstantinovich."
Good evening. I am Prince Gabriel Konstantinovich at your service. Thank you very much for answering my summons.
Chuck nods, Your Highness.
And he says that in German, and he repeats it in English.
Man of many tongues.
Thank you.
And he makes it a point to approach all of you, shake each of your hands.
Lucky's really nervous.
Yeah. He says, thank you for coming.
Just
And
having.
Klaus, you recognize this as the pinch-faced man.
Ask him. You saw the brawl yesterday, sir?
He shakes his head gravely. These are such tumultuous times. But what are we to expect when the monarchies sanctioned by God are torn down by the unwashed hordes? What is it the poet Yeats said? Yes. Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dimmed tide is loosed. Indeed. And then he lights up a cigar, takes a long, thoughtful drag. Go ahead and give me, you guys, some sort of like an art, craft, literature, poetry check.
This guy's pretty dark. poetry. Yeah, I only have art craft painting.
Okay, you give me an English language roll.
Yeah, I don't have any art.
History.
English.
Okay.
Not French.
No, you guys are fine. He says, I have summoned you here tonight because you possess special skills. Skills that may aid me in the parties I represent in the most macabre investigation. You are all no doubt aware of the great tragedy that befell Tsar Nicholas and his family. May the saints bless them and keep them. Nearly 4 years ago, yes, Wilhelm.
Nothing.
Nearly 4 years ago, in the city of Ekaterinburg, there, Bolshevist slime gunned down the royal family. I have personally visited the site, in disguise, of course, and confirmed the royal family was there. I have seen the bullet holes. I took photographs. Here, you see, a photograph of a marking upon the wall. And here, he pulls out these photos and throws them onto the table. And here, I found the Tsarina's journal wedged into a crack in the wall. You see the mark upon the wall, and the symbol on the journal is the same. The swastika. Her good luck symbol. Good luck indeed. So he's going to throw these photos out on the table for you guys. So one of those is a photo of the bullet holes, and the other one is a book, and you can see the little swastika symbol on it in the corner there. Let me zoom in for these guys. Yep. Bullet holes and the book.
One on the right, is that like a letter or symbol in some foreign language?
Bullet holes.
In a crack in the wall, right?
Yep.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
But it looks like the swastika was shot up.
It's overanalyzing.
Mm-hmm.
So the prince then looks at a local Russian newspaper that's sitting on a side table. The hateful face of Karl Grossman stares out from a photograph on the front page. The prince sighs and then seems to change the subject, as if remembering the true nature of the evening's affairs. The papers reported that this Grossman, who recorded names of women, possibly his victims, in his journal. One such name was Sosnovsky. This name likely means nothing to you, but it means a great deal to me and other interested parties. We believe it may refer to a Polish peasant girl calling herself Franciszka Sosmowska, or similar. The date in Grossman's journal is from over 2 years ago. Too much time may have passed to gain a real answer, yet I must try. I ask you, with the murderer now dead in his cell, and the answer to our question seemingly out of reach, will you help me, to the best of your abilities, learn whether Karl Grossman did indeed murder Franziska Szemswaska in February 1920. I will pay each of you in pounds sterling £3 per day plus expenses. I just must know if he killed her.
There's quite a lot of time passing. Could be quite difficult.
What leads do you have for this Polish girl? Did she just go
We
missing?
know-
Did she
we-
have any lovers? Did she run off?
We know that Szemswaska was known to frequent the cafes around Andriesplatz. And you might start there by asking around. Sadly, I do not have a photo of the girl. But
Do you think
I can tell you that she would have been about 19 years of age, petite, strawberry blonde hair, piercing blue eyes, very attractive features. If she is who we think she may be, then anyone who knew her will remember her. This I know.
Such a young girl,
Was she particularly bubbly, boisterous,
about my age.
meek, shy?
Very intelligent, this one.
The out of character, the youngest daughters of the Tsar's family was always rumored, Alexandria was her name if I remember correctly, was always rumored to actually have survived and been hidden away the massacre and eventually escaped. And there were many imposters that came out of the woodwork trying to impersonate her returning.
I remember that.
Anastasia, I think is who you're thinking of.
Anastasia, thank you. I
Yeah.
knew it was. Thank you.
Yep.
They were all gunned down in a room.
Now, will you help? Help me find this
Possibly.
girl.
I'll try to charm him to ask for us a little more money.
So, £3 silver per day is a very generous rate. So I'm going to start
Yeah,
with
plus expenses.
Yeah, you guys would know, like, holy smokes, like, this guy's offering how much? Like, £3?
Is it a setup though, Wilhelm? Trying to get Wilhelm because he's a Bolshevik? He's sending us to our doom.
Knows that we might not get along ideologically, but I do have skills in this area, as he has said, as our whole team does. So he might be very desperate. This does seem like grasping at strings or straws. There's not much really to go on. It's a pretty cold case. But, I mean, he's paying us to take a trip, basically.
Yep,
So-
he's offering to
So-
pay you guys, right,
A while since we took a trip together, guys.
to just find out, did Grossman kill the girl, Szemswaska? Because they're trying to find her.
So these are just photographs of the wall and of the journal, right?
Yes.
So who has the journal?
You don't need to worry about this. You need only find out if this Grossman has killed Szemswaska. This I must know.
I will look into this matter for you.
I as well.
Good. Good.
Indeed. So just to kind of give you an idea, a lot of people are making $1.20 a day during that time. I mean, a week actually, I think is what that was. So yeah, this is quite a payment.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to be greedy.
The greedy artist. And he
Free
thanks
love.
you all. Thank you very, very much. I look forward to what you discover.
Nothing else we should know.
I'm afraid that is all we know. That
Well,
she
there was
may have
Contact
been
you here?
she may have been involved with this Grossman that killed all these women.
Okay.
We'll certainly do our best. It would be quite exciting if we could find someone after all this time.
Yes. Eat. Didn't you invite us over for dinner?
The Andres Plots that's here in Berlin, or I forget.
Klaus was like, "Are you gonna feed us?" I don't think there's anything in the invitation that said, "I'm gonna feed you dinner." He just asked for the pleasure of your company.
Yeah, that was Chuck that said we have dinner plans.
At Plots' place, some extra sausage.
He says,
Yeah.
Fedor will show you out. And this guy steps forward.
I'll
And he goes back into another room.
Chuck finishes his drink, sets the glass down, and heads to the door, or following it.
I finished
How
my
small-
drink and
Hey,
walk out with my glass.
Wilhelm, what's the chances you ate this girl, huh? In one of the sausages?
Lucky.
Walk past him.
Oh, God.
Desperate times for a desperate measure, huh?
Fucking twisted
It
shit.
was, yeah. That was... Whoa. Hello.
Oh, we were hungry. It was cheap.
It was, yeah. It was available when no other meat was available.
Long pig.
The
So
halls
do we
of
need to-
war, Chuck?
Should we try to get a hold of Grossman's journal?
It's probably evidence in a police station, wouldn't you think?
This Andres Plots, was that here in Berlin?
Yes.
That she rented?
Yeah, so
I'm gonna go check that out. What is it exactly?
let's take a look at our map.
Like, stake it out for strawberry blonde, blue-eyed girls.
That's the cafe, right?
Where she would hang out.
Let's see here.
Years ago.
Curious if it's on the map of
Who
Berlin here.
It's Plots.
The cafe is around Andreas Platz.
Guessing that's like a plaza. I'm guessing Plots is plaza.
Let's see here. And so that would be the Alex. I think it is N5 on the map.
Yeah, Potsdamer Plots under hotels and stations.
Yeah, I think it's in N5 on the map of Berlin is what we're looking at. All right, so that district, which is the Sorry, I'm just looking at the different. Well, that's hotels, government buildings, clubs, and cafes. Churches and hospitals, cemeteries, points of interest. Okay.
I want to pop over to Funk Turn.
Okay. Let's just head back over here. I think there's also a handout for that map. Okay. Zoom back in. Okay, so it's about 9 o'clock at night when you guys exit out of that meeting. And it's still kind of bright out because it's almost summer solstice. But it is going to get dark here in the next half hour. So there is a little square called the Andreasplatz, and it is in the looks like the Friedrichshain.
I saw that on the map.
Yeah. So that's the district that has the
Okay, Eastern.
Andreasplatz. It is a yeah. You guys know it as a busy little square.
What kind of establishments are open?
Let's see here.
Eateries, drunkeries, other things.
Let's see. This area there's a well-known cabaret about 2 or 3 blocks away from the square called the Red Mill Cabaret. You know that, I assume you guys go there to the Andreasplatz.
Yeah, that's where I was headed.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Everyone.
Yeah, you find a place to park and start looking around. Many of the strays and the foundlings who come rolling off the Silesian station trains wash up here. Both night or day, the square is strewn with litter and pigeons. You see a blind veteran missing his left arm sitting on a bench, shaking a tin for spare change.
I'm gonna show myself locking my door in the car. Make everyone know.
Okay.
Jiggle my
Drop
key.
some change in the guy's cup.
A prostitute walks up to you in your car. So, sweetheart, she says.
She missing teeth.
A ride for a ride.
You what?
She missing teeth.
No. No, in this time in Germany, like, prostitution was like a gig job, you know?
Oh, it's normal.
Women would, like, work in the office during the day and then would go hit the streets at night for a little extra income. And that's just how it was after the war in Berlin.
I'll ask her if she recognizes the description of this Polish girl. Maybe she's seen her on the street back in the day, something like that.
She goes, "Oh, who are you? I'm Lulu."
How they call me Lucky.
Lucky, you are lucky. She's a heavily made up peroxide blonde.
Wow. So we're looking for this young girl that disappeared from this area a while ago.
What color are her eyes?
Let's see.
They're a vivid blue.
Yeah, vivid blue. There you go.
Piercing blue.
Piercing.
Are they really?
Blue. Yeah, piercing blue eyes and peroxide blonde hair.
This is Francisca.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lulu's eyes are piercing blue?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought we were discussing Lulu's eyes. Sorry. So you were asking about the description of the girl? Shamsovska?
Yeah, which girl?
Lulu's eyes. Is Lulu's eyes blue?
Ah, gotcha.
Yes, sure. Lulu's eyes are blue.
She's bleached her hair, and she's in disguise. This is her.
She says, so, sweetheart? As she shakes her boobs a little.
I tell her to get in the car.
Oh,
Oh, hold on.
where are we going? Where are we going, sweetheart?
Back to our place.
Wilhelm, what are you doing?
Wilhelm,
You just
my
got
car.
here.
I'm not getting the keys.
Yeah, Chuck's already out of the car. I mean, he's
Wilhelm,
looking around.
What are you
Wilhelm.
doing?
This is her. I tell you, this is her.
He's like, mystery solved.
You have found.
I
She's
charm
like
her.
40.
I say, excuse my friend. I say, excuse my friend. He's rather penniless and does not have enough money to pay for your services.
Oh, she goes, so sorry, sweetheart. But these aren't free, and she shakes her boobs again.
I'm gonna give her a couple pennies.
She goes,
Thanks for the show.
You sure you don't want to do more? She says.
Maybe later. We're on a kind of an important appointment tonight.
That's when I blurt out, I know I tell you, this is Franziska Shantzvaska out loud.
Oh no!
Hmm.
I put my hand over his mouth.
Does she react at all?
No.
Widening of the eyes, quivering of the lip, swelling of the breast.
No.
Lulu, we'll be in touch later. Do you hang out on this corner all night?
Not all night if I don't have to.
We shall be back in an hour.
Okay, sweetie. She walks off.
Wilhelm, keep it together, man. I lift my leg. What are you doing?
Why are you letting her go? That was her.
It was not her.
We have to go to the cafe.
Yeah. Wilhelm, think with big brain, not little brain.
Charles is walking down the road looking for other establishments that are open.
Yeah, you look around.
Yeah.
You see like apartment buildings about half a block away. That's about it.
No eateries,
Trains.
just the cabaret.
Yeah, there's the cabaret, but it's about 3 blocks away.
I think we should check out the cafe first.
There's some cafes, but they're closed.
Be the cabaret
Any
then.
hotels nearby?
Yeah, is there a hotel? You said there's apartments, but
Write it all off in the Prince Gabriel's name.
Yeah, you look around for a bit. You're able to find some hotels. Yeah, or a hotel, sure.
so we'll find one, get a couple of rooms.
A room with a view of the plaza.
Okay. Yeah, you can find one.
Check in for the night. Doesn't seem like there's much use doing anything tonight. How late's the cabaret open?
You ask the person at the front desk. The cabaret. Hours. 2, 3, 4 in the morning, just depends on how good the music is.
Someone will have to go scope it out. Might be worth
Yeah,
it.
once we get into the rooms, I'll go check it out. Anybody else is welcome to join me if you like. Just gotta be cool about things. Kind of looks at Lucky.
I'll go with Chuck.
I shall go as well. Wilhelm, you might want to stay here. You're gonna yell.
I'll take a seat by the window and just kind of keep an eye at eye out the plaza.
Let's see.
Yell at the pigeons or something.
He's gonna open the window and start yelling, Francesca.
Start yelling where she's at.
Where's my Polish sausage?
What about the guy's apartment where he cut people up? What do you think? Is that near here?
That's a great question. I believe it was in the newspaper. The address, maybe. Let's see.
It's flat at Langstroth 8089.
Awesome. We shall check that out tomorrow.
So, taking a look at the cross streets, it looks like Grossman's apartment is exactly 1 block away from this location.
Oh wow! Do you want to go tonight? The haunt House of Horrors.
I'm going to be checking out the cabaret. If you guys want to check that out, you can.
Or should we do it during the daylight?
Yeah, probably do it tomorrow. I think right now the cabaret might be our best lead.
Okay. It's totally up to you guys wherever you want to go.
Cabaret it is.
Plus nothing else going on tonight, so.
To the cabaret.
I scoot over by the table.
Everyone roll spot hidden.
Including Wilhelm?
Yeah. You guys all notice. You guys, all right, Klaus and Chuck, you notice. Wilhelm doesn't see this, but you guys do. For whatever reason, Lucky is very poorly trying to sneak the Bible off the off the table and put it into his pocket all nonchalantly, and looks ridiculous.
I slap his hand.
Whoa! Hey, what's going on?
That belongs to Gideon.
I was just gonna read that later.
The worst thievery attempt, and I show him how to do it.
Yeah, he looks pretty ridiculous too.
Charles clears his throat and opens the door, gesturing for them to exit.
It's time to drink, fellas. Let's go.
All right. So you guys walk the 3 blocks.
And they call it work.
All right. You guys walk the 3 blocks. There we go. You can hear music inside. To the cabaret. There's a doorman there at the front.
Looks like a Greek.
So we'll approach to enter.
He looks at each of you intently and nods. Says, "Come on in, boys."
Nod back and enter.
Yep.
All right. Oops. Yeah, you can hear clinking of glasses and music. And let's see, there's going to be a guy right here. It's like coats.
Give him my coat.
Yep, he takes it. He gives you a ticket.
Take the ticket, put it in the pocket of my suit coat. And then head in.
Okay. He gestures you guys to the doors over here. He says, have fun, you guys.
All right.
Going
Friendly
in.
wave.
Okay.
Oh wow, lots of twins.
Yeah. People. There we go. Let's get... Yeah, so there's a dance floor. You can see people dancing. There's a small band up on the stage playing some music. There's people sitting around at small tables. There's a bar in the back. It's pretty, it's a pretty busy place, pretty cramped. It's not a fancy place by any stretch. Not in this part of town. The air is thick with cigarette smoke, which reduces your visibility to about 15 feet.
Wow, it's really smoky.
Looks like all the good seats are taken. Let's just go ahead and grab this table here.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys all grab a table.
I'm on the lookout for anyone matching the description of the girl. Maybe she's grown up and a dancer here or something.
Let's get Wilhelm in here as well.
Chuck's gonna wait for a waitress to come to the table.
I
Okay.
thought Wilhelm was staying at the apartment.
No, I think he came.
Okay. So we'll go just a little bit further. So yeah, some people come up to take orders, get your drinks.
When the waitress comes back to deliver the drinks,
Yeah.
Chuck is gonna kind of do that finger cinch, like come down here for a second. He's gonna lean forward,
Yeah.
and he's gonna kind of quietly, but loud enough so you can hear, say, "Hey, listen, I'm looking for an old friend of mine I met here about 2 years ago. I was wondering if you've seen her. Just really intense blue eyes and lovely strawberry hair, smart as a whip."
She's like, what's the name, sweetie?
Francisca.
Is that first or last name?
That was her first name. She went by her first name. Yeah, and cute as a button.
I've talked to a lot of Franciscas.
Okay, strawberry blonde, intense blue-eyed Franciscas.
She kind of gives you a funny look, almost like I should punch you in the face kind of look. And so you either give me a charm, a fast talk, an intimidate, or a persuade.
Nice.
Excellent.
Just bleeding that American charm.
Billy White's.
He gives her a
She-
like almost apologetic but almost humorous smile to counteract her look.
Yeah, she softens up. She goes, yeah. Yeah, I think I know a couple of regulars who've mentioned a girl like that before.
Oh yeah, and where have they seen her? Has she been in here?
Yeah, she goes, let me ask around. Let me see if they're here. I'll send them over.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. And he's gonna slip her like a buck.
She smiles.
He winks back. Might as well utilize that great charms roll.
Yep.
I should have brought my pistol.
What's that?
I should have brought my pistol. That's what I'm thinking.
And so as she wanders off, there's a bit of a disturbance here in the crowd as two people enter. It's a man and a woman.
What kind of disturbance? Is it like people are gawking or people...
Oh, like people are like, oh my gosh. And they're pointing, oh my gosh, look. It appears to, the couple's appearance appears to have surprised the crowd here. And this couple, this man and the woman, they're younger, they're both beautiful, and obviously drunk. The man is somewhat swarthy, a look that's enhanced by the extensive kohl around the eyes. His hair is coiffed into elaborate curls at the cheeks and forehead. He wears a brocaded and embroidered bolero jacket with no shirt, gold bangles and rings, Turkish pants, and silver buckled boots. And the woman's ensemble is almost simple by contrast, yet she is immediately the center of attention. Despite the evening heat, she wears a full mink coat, and around her throat and wrists are strings of glittering jewels, blood-red rubies and sparkling diamonds. Her legs are bare, but her high-heeled pumps are of crocodile leather. From her neck dangles a baby chimpanzee, looking frightened by the smoke and noise of the room. The woman's hair is cut shoulder length, is flaming red. Her face is covered with thick makeup as if she's just come from the stage. Chalk white skin crossed by the severe crimson slash that is her painted mouth. Her left eye flashes behind a monocle. Give me a art craft roll. Could be dance, could be cinema.
Don't think I have any of those.
Okay. One of the bar patrons shouts out, "It's Anita Berber!" You have read about Anita Berber. She's a bit of a celebrity. She's this transgressive dancer, poet, and film actress. The man's identity is anybody's guess. As she gets called out by name, she flashes a gap-toothed smile and waves. And one of the bartenders quickly jumps to her side. May I take your coat, Fräulein? He asks. Certainly, Berber replies. To a chorus of gasps and whistles, she slips out of her coat to reveal her lithe, pale white naked body, the chimp pressing itself against her flesh. Even the orchestra ceases playing as everyone gawks and stares.
What?
She's naked?
Yep. But Berber, in total control, moves out among the tables, passing your table. She takes her pet, and she is going to hand it to Chuck. She puts the monkey right in your lap, and the monkey wraps its hands around your neck.
Okay, well, he awkwardly takes it.
And she looks at you, and she's just gorgeous, and she's just like, "Here, hold my ape," as she and her companion then go dancing off.
Yeah, he sort of probably stammers and does his best to make eye contact.
And then her companion quickly heads up to the orchestra and starts talking to a cellist there. And he starts playing music. So get that turned back on. Well, Anita Berber, naked, finds her way up on top of the stage and just begins intoning this poem. And I think we're going to stop there. With the entrance
Dang.
of Anita
Is
Berber.
this normal? Is this?
No, you've never had a naked woman hand a monkey to you. No, that's not normal.
Got up and
Can
started,
safely say no, never have.
and
Yeah,
started
you're just like,
reciting
what is this place? What? You're like, why don't we come to this part of town more often? So yeah,
It
we'll
was
stop
awesome.
there. Yeah.
Did Wilhelm end up changing his mind and come with us?
Thought he was.
Sorry?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, you didn't.
Are you sure that Wilhelm didn't change his mind and want to come with us?
Oh, I guess so. I was there.
No.
Oh,
it's
sorry,
up to
I
you.
missed that. Did Wilhelm stay behind in the hotel or something?
I was going to, yeah.
Okay.
It's not really my cup of tea.
Yeah,
And
no,
they
that's
were
fine.
afraid I'd start something because I usually do.
Yep, that's fine. No, I missed that part. So that's fine. Wilhelm is hanging out at the hotel
I keep an
while you
eye
guys
out the
are
window. Yeah, I was watching the plaza out the window.
perfect. Yeah.
But staying away.
All right, but I think that's a good place to stop. I just wanted to
Sure.
get to that part of the. So I'm like, what is this? So right on. All right, so tune in next time, everyone, and have a good one.
Yep. Thanks for watching and keep smiling.